Hi guys. Okay, so yesterday we took our notes on this side of the paper. We're continuing on the other side of the paper for today. So yesterday this was 14.1 and today over here this is going to be 14.2. Alright, so what we're talking about today is drawing polygons in the coordinate plane. And on the test you guys have to be able to draw out the polygon. Okay, they're going to give you the coordinates. You're going to have to draw it out on the coordinate plane. And then on the test they're going to ask you to find the perimeter and the area. Okay, those two things. So first of all, polygon, basically, let's just write this down here. It's they're shapes with 3 or more sides. Okay, so your triangles are polygons, your trapezoids, your squares, your rectangles. Okay, rhombuses, parallelograms. I think I said parallelograms. Okay, so those are all polygons. All right, so let's look at this first problem here. Stephen draws a square. Two of the vertices are -3, -3, and -3, 2. Remember, guys, your ordered pairs are always x and then y. Okay, so remember that that's always run. So you're moving left or right, then jump. That's what the y value means. Jump up or down. Okay? So you run first, you move along the x-axis, whichever way it tells you to go, and then you jump up or down. Okay, so -3, -3. I run to -3, and I jump, in this case, down to -3. So this is -3, -3 here. Alright? The next one, -3, 2. So I go back 3 and I jump up 2. So this is -3, 2. Okay? So it says two of the vertices are what we just graphed here, the ones that are graphed for you. They want you to find the other two vertices. Alright? So it says this is a square, right? So you got to pay attention to what they're talking about here. That's a square. I know a square, all the side lengths are the same, okay? So we just plotted the points. Now I connect the points with a line. So if you're counting up from here to the next one up here, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this distance here is 5, we'll just call it units. Alright? Now, we got to figure out where would our other two vertices be. Okay, so I know that this is a square. Since they don't want us to graph it out here, they're wanting us to graph it over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the test, you're not going to have a problem like this. They're going to give you all the ordered pairs for you to graph. Okay, so this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now I just connect my dots. Okay. Now, this corner right here is called a vertex. Vertex. That means 1. Okay. If you're talking about more than one or plural, you're going to call those vertices. Now, I know because this shape has 4 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4. I know that this square has 4 vertices. Okay? Now, on the test, you're also going to have to find, you're going to draw the shape, then you're going to tell what is the perimeter and what is the area. Okay? Now remember, guys, perimeter, you're just adding up the side lengths. So the distance from here to here is 5, right? The distance from here to here is 5. So if I add up all these side lengths, that's 5, 10, 15, and 20. My perimeter is 20 units. to get around this whole shape. That's what perimeter is. You got to go around the whole shape. My area, I have to use an area formula that you guys have learned recently. Okay, could be a trapezoid, could be a triangle. Whatever it is, you got to use the correct formula. So this is just a square. So for a square, it's basically side squared or length times width. So my length, you could say right here is 5. My width is 5. So it's just 5 times 5. So my area would be 5 times 5, which is 25 units squared. Don't forget the little 2 here, because area always has to have square. Okay? Squared. All right. Let's go down here. This is also talking about area and perimeter in the coordinate plane, just like what we did up here. So on the test, this is like what they're going to do on the test. They're going to give you the 4 points that you need to graph, the 4 vertices you need to graph, and then you're going to have to find the area. Okay? So when you graph these, just go in order. Go this one first, then graph this, then this, then this. That way you don't maybe skip one or mess up something. I don't know. It's just better to go in order. So make sure, guys, when you're looking at the test, make sure how they're counting. They could be counting by 5. This could be 5, 10, 15, 20. You never know. They could be counting by 10s, 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay? So just pay attention to that. Now, let's graph these. You can pause it and graph it yourself, then unpause it if you want, and see if you got the same thing I did. Okay, so -3, -2. You start at the origin, you go back -3, and then down -2. So there's my first part. You go for this one back 2 and up 1. Back 2, up 1. Now I have 1, 1, so over 1, up 1. And the last one, 0, -2. Don't let that 0 fool you. That means I start at the origin, it's 0 here, so I don't run anywhere. I don't move anywhere on the x-axis. But I am going to go down 2. So I stay here and I go down 2. So don't let that fool you. Okay, so what I have here basically is it's a little parallelogram. So remember, guys, the area for a parallelogram, if you look at your reference sheet, it's just area is equal to base times height, right? So what is my base? My base is 1, 2, 3. So that I can plug that in. I can do area is equal to 3. What's my height? You start here, you go up to 1, 2, 3. My height is 3. So my area is 9 units squared. Okay? That's all you got to do for those problems. They're pretty simple. All right? So I'm going to give you guys each, you're going to pair up with somebody. I'm going to give you a little game. The directions are on it, so just read through that with whoever you want to work with, and you'll need some dice, and you guys are going to play a little game here, okay? Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you guys later.